to me, innovation is really about how do you convert non-consumers into consumers.
Welcome to this interview of V.G. Govindarajan and his new book, The Other Side of Innovation, Solving the Executive Challenge. My name's Jim Bolt. I'm the co-founder of FRED. FRED exists and is dedicated to elevating the quality of leadership in the world through innovations in leadership and leadership development. Our vision is leaders who not only have the capabilities to excel in a complex global future, but also who forge organizations that contribute to the health and vitality of our society and planet. FRED is guided by a very prestigious council of senior advisors, and we're absolutely thrilled that VG is a member of that organization. I'd like to introduce now VG's background. VG is widely recognized as one of the world's leading experts on strategy and innovation. He's a professor of international business and the founding director of the Center for Global Leadership at the Tuck School of Business at Dartmouth College. In 2009, he was a professor in residence and the chief innovation consultant for GE. He's works with CEOs in the top teams for global 500 companies such as Boeing, Coca-Cola, FedEx, IBM, Johnson & Johnson, Walmart, Procter & Gamble, just to name a few. He's written 8 excellent books, including the international bestseller, 10 Rules for Strategic Innovation. He's had dozens of articles and research papers in prestigious publications such as the Harvard Business Review, the MIT Sloan Review, and the Academy of Management. Businessweek named him as one of the top 10 business professors. Forbes named him as one of the top 5 executive coaches, and he was named as one of the top 50 management thinkers by the London Times. Now let's get to the first question. VG, you've been so well known as a strategy guru. What caused you to turn your attention so strongly now to innovation?
You see, I come from India, and what has happened is corporations have divided the world of 7 billion people into 2 groups. There are 2 billion who are rich enough to buy the products that we produce in the US. And the 5 billion poor, we have left them to charity to take care of, government to take care of. That's an outmoded thinking. We have to bring the 5 billion poor into the consumer base. And if we want to do that, the only way we can do it is through innovation, because they cannot consume the products that the 2 billion rich are consuming. And that's really what got me interested, especially coming from a poor country like India.
Vijay, I'm also wondering, how is it that you define innovation?
Innovation to me is creating something new to the world. A good example is Tata Motors, one of the Indian companies, launched Tata Nano, the $2,000 car. That is innovation, because what it has done is it has given access to automobiles to people who are non-consumers of automobiles today, namely the two-wheeler population. And the two-wheelers in India are priced at $1,500. If you make an automobile for $2,000, you can migrate the two-wheeler population into four-wheeler population. Therefore, to me, innovation is really about how do you convert non-consumers into consumers.
In your book, you mentioned that even the best companies don't have innovation figured out. Why is it that innovation is so difficult?
It is so difficult because most companies don't get very many opportunities to engage in breakthrough innovation. Therefore, there is no wealth of information that they can draw from to get it right. Even a company like Apple, I work for Apple, And they say they haven't figured out how to be innovative, and people think of them as a very innovative company. So innovation is really a mystery, even for the very best companies. And I can't think of one company which I would call it perfect when it comes to innovation.
Why do you say that organizations are not designed for innovation?
See, organizations are designed for efficiency because the only way you can make money is if you can make every task repeatable and every task predictable. That is what businesses are designed to do. That's how you scale up and make money. Innovation is the opposite. It is non-routine and unpredictable. That is why innovation cannot happen inside an organization built for efficiency.
You know, we often hear about the importance of creating a culture of innovation. What's your thinking about that?
I think it is a misguided notion because culture of innovation somehow implies that everyone in the organization should be focused on innovation. In fact, most people in the organization should be focused on efficiency. That is how you make money. And if you're an established company, you make money in the performance engine by being efficient. Therefore, innovation is the responsibility of the few, not the majority.
Vijay, in your book, you talk about creating a dedicated team for innovation as though you were building a new company. What exactly do you mean by that?
As I said before, the core business is not built for innovation. It is built for efficiency. Therefore, we must create a dedicated team for innovation. If you're Tata Motors, you're creating a $2,000 car, you got to have a dedicated team. And that dedicated team should be built as though it is a Silicon Valley startup. That means you should recruit people either from the outside or from the inside. You should have different performance metric, different culture, different human resource policies, etc. Otherwise, it is not going to really be successful in innovation.
You mentioned that the limits to innovation are actually not creativity. Is it more a matter of management or leadership?
You see, too often people mistake innovation for creativity. Innovation is not creativity. Innovation is commercializing creativity. It's making money with creativity. Creativity is about coming up with ideas, big ideas. $2,000 car, that's a big idea. iPhone, that's a big idea. But it takes a lot of people, a lot of effort over many, many years to bring that to fruition. Therefore, it is really a management challenge, not just a creative challenge.
You've been writing a lot lately about reverse innovation. Can you briefly explain that idea?
You see, historically, multinationals innovated in rich countries like the US and sold those products in poor countries like India. Reverse innovation is doing exactly the opposite. It is about innovating in poor countries and bringing those products to rich countries. This may look counterintuitive. After all, it is perfectly logical to see why a poor man would want a rich man's product. Rich man has an automobile, poor man wants an automobile. But it is not that clear why a rich man would want a poor man's product. That's what reverse innovation is all about. And this is going to be one of the biggest mega opportunities in the next 50 years.
What are the 2 or 3 most important things an organization could do to significantly increase the success of their major innovation efforts?
I think there are 3 important principles organizations should keep in mind if they want to be successful in innovation. Principle number 1, you must create a dedicated team, as though it is a startup. Principle number 2, that dedicated team, while it is separate, it should not be isolated. It should be linked to the core business. Principle number 3, you should have the dedicated team evaluate the performance of the dedicated team not on short-term financial results, but in their ability to test assumptions about the future. If a company can do these 3 principles right, the chances of success in innovation goes way up.
Vijay, we're very excited that you are part of the prestigious Fred Council of Senior Advisors. And I wondered if you would be willing to just say a few words about what it is about the Fred mission that attracted you.
You see, the mission and vision is to better understand about this whole concept of leadership. And that's what attracts me to that organization, because I firmly believe that 21st century leader has to have certain characteristics which are very, very different than the 20th century leader. And trying to uncover what those characteristics are and trying to embed those characteristics is perhaps the biggest challenge that we face. And if we can crack the leadership code, I think we can actually help our corporations grow faster and create more jobs, even in a country like the US.